Here is an excerpt from Funhouse by Alison Bechdel in Chapter 4, right in the middle. And where he fell short, I stepped in. Where's your beret? It keeps the hair out of your eyes. So would a crew cut, said Allison. I counted an indication of my success, the nickname bestowed on me by my older cousins. Hey Butch, think fast. No one needed to explain what it meant. It was self-descriptive, curt, precursive, practically onomatopoeic, at any rate the opposite of sissy. And despite the tyrannical power with which he held sway, it was clear to me that my father was a big sissy. What did you do with your beret? Pals refer explicitly homosexual characters as inverts. I've always been fond of this antiquated clinical term. It fell out. I don't care. Next time you see without it, I'll whale you, said her dad. It's imprecise and insufficient, defining the homosexual person whose gender expression is at odds with his or her sex. But in the admittedly limited sample compromising my father and me, perhaps it was sufficient. Not only were we inverts to envisions of one another, while I was trying to compensate for something unmanly in him. It's a wedding. I wish we had some sort of straw hat for you. Why can't I wear my sneakers? Said Allison. He was attempting to express something feminine through me. The dad was wearing velvet, and he says, least girly dressed in the store. You're going to upstage that bride suit.
Yeah.
Said his wife.
Bloody ink on my pad spelled suicide. Michael Jackson even passed cause you scrutinized. Bloody ink on my pen spelled suicide. Kurt Cobain even died cause you scrutinized. It's a fine line between truth and lies. Jesus Christ never lied, still was crucified. That's why I never judge.
And we're back. And you're probably wondering why there's all these pictures of all these people. And the very first picture is actually Jaden Smith. And as you can see before, he's wearing kind of a dress, and then underneath it he has, I guess people would make fun of him. You would say he was wearing panties, but they're actually just long thermals that he's wearing underneath. Probably not so warm, but still underneath there. And then the second picture is A$AP Rocky, which is actually the song written. The song is actually written by him. That's in the background, and I tried to put everything together so it would flow in correct order. But anyways, what this represents is that each individual has their own way of dressing, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're gay. Just as we read in Funhouse, we see Allison's dad try to act as if he was displaying feminine qualities through his daughter that he can't actually provide through himself because he's either nervous, scared, and most of all, he worries about what other people think of how he's going to look. And at the very end, we see Michael Jackson and Kurt Cobain. Now, they weren't necessarily gay, and there's a lot of rumors that Michael Jackson might have been gay, and he was doing all these things to little kids, but that's just everyone calling out names and throwing out, and through all this pressure, both of them couldn't handle it, including how famous they are that they eventually killed themselves. Now, we don't know for sure if Michael Jackson did, but he had to take all these drugs through all this anxiety, depression, and just being in that position is just too much. And if we relate this back to Funhouse, Allison's dad, we don't know for sure if he died, but the whole time she's talking to us, she's displaying if he's dead or not because of me, because of his gay qualities, etc. And it sounds to me like he might have actually killed himself and threw himself in front of that truck because he couldn't fathom not being who he truly was in the story. He was gay, he liked other men, but he had to deal with living with his wife, which is not who he was. He wasn't happy with his marriage, if that's the best way to put it.